Angie, and you're watching on Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Okay, since I've been following the Olympic boxing team very closely, I wanted to keep you guys abreast on what's going on. Okay, so the first thing you guys need to know is 10 fighters qualified to go to the Olympics for the U.S. team. 5 were male, 5 were female. But in this video, we're going to focus on the male team right now. All right, so let me go ahead and introduce the team to you guys. I might as well start off with the first guy on the team who just got eliminated. Matter of fact, he got eliminated today. Middleweight Troy Isley. He's the first person to lose on the team so far. He lost to a fighter from the ROC team, which is the Russian Olympic Committee. Now, I know you're probably wondering, who the hell is the Russian Olympic Committee? It sounds crazy, right? Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the entire Russian team has been banned from the Olympics because of an overwhelming amount of contestants that kept testing positive for PEDs. So what the Olympic Committee did is they decided to allow the individual Russian contestants to still participate, but they could not participate under the flag of Russia. So that means if they win a gold medal, there will be no Russian flags waved. There won't be a national anthem if they win. So it's really crazy because it's basically like a team that has no country to represent, even though they do still allow them to wear Russian colors. But they're subject to doing the same type of Olympic-style random drug testing that every other country has to do. You see, because the Russian doping agency, they refuse to cooperate with WADA, which is how we end up getting the Russian Olympic Committee. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on. So now we're going to talk about the guy that has been voted as most likely to win a gold medal for the U.S., and that's Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis, he just came off of a very, very impressive win over the Netherlands, a guy from the Netherlands, and he put on a show. Great piston-like jab, speed, reflexes, power, inside work. Can fight on the front foot, can fight on the back foot. He can pretty much do it all. In fact, I forgot to mention, him and Troy Isley, they've already actually turned pro. They're both undefeated prospects, and the only reason they turned pro before they fought in the Olympics was obviously because of the postponement. So anyway, Keyshawn, he's fighting again tomorrow against France, and even though there's no guarantee wins in the Olympics, I expect him to get past his next opponent. Now, where he might have a hell of an uphill battle is if he does make it to the gold medal match, because he will most likely end up facing the very talented Cuban fighter, Andy Cruz. Matter of fact, Andy Cruz has already beat Keyshawn before. So I'm telling you, if Keyshawn can make it to the gold medal match and beat the Cuban fighter, that would be a hell of a story. That would be a hell of a gold medal story right there, because it ain't going to be easy. Okay, so moving on. Then you have the super heavyweight Richard Torres Jr. Richard just got his first win in the tournament, and he got a real nice knockdown. He knocked the guy down with a really nice left hand to the body. So he moves on to the next round. Unfortunately, the next opponent he has to face is the Cuban world champion, Daniel Peto. But the good news is, if Richard can get past the Cuban, he has a really, really good chance of winning a gold medal. And then you have Delante Tiger Johnson, a very talented fighter, very explosive in the ring, speed, reflexes, everything. Matter of fact, he's already came off of 2 good wins in the tournament. He's already beat Argentina and he beat Kazakhstan. Now, just like Richard Torres, Delante also is facing a Cuban fighter in his next fight. But the difference is, out of everyone else on this men's team, I would probably say Delante, he has the weakest Cuban fighter to face. and that's Roniel Iglesias. Now, understand, when I say the weakest Cuban, I'm not saying he's necessarily a weak opponent. It's still going to be a hell of a fight and a very competitive fight, a hard fight for Delante to win. But the reason why I say this is because Iglesias is towards the end of his career. I mean, don't get me wrong. Iglesias, he's won a gold medal before. But after his last performance, you can see that he's not the same fighter anymore. He struggled against a Japanese fighter, and matter of fact, the fight was so close, it could have went either way. So even though all of the fighters on the U.S. team, they have a chance of winning a gold medal and beating the Cuban fighter, I just feel Delante, he has more of a chance of beating the Cuban fighter. And once again, don't get me wrong, I mean, outside of Delante and Richard, who is fighting a Cuban next, there's also a good chance that one of the Americans can lose to someone else before they even make it to that bout. Hopefully that doesn't happen. By the way, Delante, he fights tomorrow. Okay, moving on. Now we have another fighter who's already turned pro, and that's Duke Ragan. Now, Duke Ragan, in his first fight, and by his own admission, he did not look that good. It looked like somewhat of a messy fight with not a whole lot of punches landed. He was fighting against a guy from France. But all of a sudden, when he stepped up in competition in the very next round against, his next opponent, which was someone from Kazakhstan, he looked sensational. He looked like a completely different fighter. And he even said when it came to his first fight, he had to get back used to fighting the amateur style since he had already turned pro. But once again, he stepped up in competition and looked even better. So he moves on. And once again, there's a tough Cuban in his division as well. So with that being said, that pretty much wraps up the men's team. Within the next 24 hours, we're going to really know who has a really good chance of winning a gold medal. Because like I told you, because 2 out of the 4 of the U.S. team, they're fighting against the #1 seed in their bracket in their very next fight, which is a Cuban fighter. So that's why I say if they can get past the #1 seed, obviously they have a really, really good chance of winning the gold medal. Let's see how it all plays out. Matter of fact, if you guys have missed a lot of the fights that I talked about that already took place, you can go to my Instagram and watch a lot of highlights. I even have some full rounds on there. My Instagram is Dante's Boxing Nation. So go ahead and check it out, guys. That's all I got for now, and I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471 and make sure you follow them on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo de Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodekey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.